What would you do if the two people you trusted most betrayed you on the eve of your greatest joy? For me, Emily Harper, that question wasn't hypothetical. It was the brutal reality that shattered my world 3 days before my wedding. I was 28, radiant with love, planning a life with James, the man who'd promised me forever. My sister, Lily, my confidant and maid of honor, was by my side, helping me choose flowers, tasting cakes, and laughing about our childhood. Life felt perfect until it wasn't. It was a crisp October evening when I found out. I'd left James at our apartment to finalize seating charts with Lily at her place. Her apartment was a cozy chaos of wedding plan swatches of silk, Polaroids of venues, and my veil draped over her couch. I was buzzing with excitement, but something in Lily's eyes was off. She was fidgety, avoiding my gaze, her usual warmth replaced by a nervous edge. We need to talk," she said, her voice trembling. My stomach dropped. Those words never herald good news. She sat me down, her hands wringing like she was trying to squeeze out the truth. "James isn't who you think he is," she began. I laughed, thinking it was a prank. James, my James, was steady, kind, the man who'd leave love notes in my lunch bag. But Lily's face was stone-cold serious. "He came over last night," she said. "He was drunk, upset about the wedding pressure. One thing led to another, and we slept together." The world tilted. My heart pounded so hard I thought it might burst. "You what?" I whispered, my voice barely audible. Lily's eyes filled with tears. "I didn't mean for it to happen, Em. But you need to know he's not loyal. He's not good enough for you. I saved you from a disaster." "Save me?" The word burned. My sister, my best friend, had betrayed me in the worst way, and now she was cloaking it in heroism? I stood, shaking, and walked out without a word. The air outside felt too thin, like I was drowning on dry land. I confronted James that night. His face crumpled as he admitted it. "It was a mistake, Emily," he pleaded. "I was overwhelmed, and Lily was there. It meant nothing. Nothing. My entire future was built on him, and he'd tossed it away in a moment of weakness." I threw my engagement ring at him, the tiny diamond glinting like a cruel joke. "Get out," I said, my voice steady despite the storm inside me. He left, and I collapsed, sobbing into the wedding dress I'd hung on my closet door. The days that followed were a blur of pain and questions. How could Lily do this? Was she right about James? Had I been blind to his flaws? My mother urged me to forgive them both, saying love was messy but worth fighting for. My friends told me to cut them out of my life. I didn't know who to trust, not even myself. The wedding was canceled, the venue refunded, the flowers wilted. But the real loss wasn't the day. It was the trust I'd placed in the people I loved most. I didn't speak to Lily for weeks. She left voicemails, sent texts, even showed up at my door, but I couldn't face her. Her betrayal cut deeper than James's. He was my fiancé, but she was my blood, my other half. We'd shared secrets, dreams, a lifetime of memories. How could she justify her actions as salvation? Yet, as the weeks turned into months, a nagging thought grew. What if she was right? What if James's betrayal now saved me from a lifetime of his weakness? One rainy afternoon, I agreed to meet Lily at a quiet cafe. She looked smaller, her usual confidence gone. "I know you hate me," she started, her voice breaking. "But I couldn't let you marry him without knowing who he really was. I didn't plan it, Em. It happened, and I hated myself for it. But if it showed you his true colors, maybe it was worth it." Her words stung, but they forced me to confront the truth. James had been charming, but there were cracks: his temper when stressed, his evasiveness about his past. Had I ignored them because I wanted the fairy tale? I didn't forgive Lily that day, but I listened. Over time, we talked more, peeling back layers of hurt. She wasn't a villain. She was human, flawed, and desperate to protect me in her own messy way. James, I learned later, had a history of infidelity, a truth I might not have faced without Lily's betrayal. It didn't erase the pain, but it gave it purpose. A year later, I stood in my own apartment, no ring on my finger, no wedding on the horizon. But I was stronger, wiser. Lily and I were rebuilding, step by cautious step. The betrayal had broken me, but it also woke me up. I learned that love, romantic or familial, isn't perfect. It's raw, painful, and sometimes ugly, but it's also resilient. I wasn't saved by Lily's actions, but I was saved by what they taught me. To trust myself first, to see people for who they are, not who I want them to be. And in that truth, I found a freedom I never knew I needed.